Hey, what is going on YouTube? Hope you guys are all having a great day so far. Just finished watching the game between the Montreal Canadiens and the Edmonton Oilers. That was a weird game. I feel like it's a weird game every night nowadays with the Montreal Canadiens. I mean, we weren't expecting them to beat the Edmonton Oilers, who had I think it was 11 straight games without losing in regulation. 9 of those games being victories. So, yeah. We did not expect that. The Canadiens put an end to that streak for the Edmonton Oilers by beating them 6-2. The Canadiens were dominating for the most part of that game. And the second period, before the referees decided to call like 5 straight penalties to the Montreal Canadiens, it was a pure domination by the Habs. And I'm not even capping, man. If you watch the game, you know what I'm talking about. And that was unexpected as hell. Yeah, before getting into the video, I invite you guys to subscribe. I'm trying to get to 3K subscribers before my birthday. My birthday is in April, so if you could help me out with that, that would be amazing. Subscribe and turn on post notification as well as the like button. Let's try and get 100 likes on this video if it's possible. That would be amazing. As you guys can see, the eye is healing quick. The eye is healing good. I'm starting to see a bit more. The swelling is going down. So in a couple of weeks, I should be good. Did not expect it to heal that fast. I'm not going to lie. So, yeah, we're here today. Habs versus Oilers, like I said. Pinole scores again. Pinole is now, I think, it's six goals in 9 games. 8 points. That's really, really, really good for Pinole, who was coming out of the AHL for the Habs. He was having a good season in the AHL as well, but like to make that jump that fast and adapt that quickly to the National Hockey League shows his resilience and shows that he's going to be an excellent bottom 6 or even top 6 players for the Montreal Canadiens in the near future. I don't think he's ever going to go down to the AHL the way he's been playing. And yeah, he's almost a point per game right now. He has already more goals than more than half of the Canadiens forwards. Josh Anderson scores again. He's now at 16 goals for the Habs. Really, really good. He's on pace for almost 30, above 25. So that's really, really good. One of his best season with the Habs so far in terms of goal scoring. He started to get some assistance as well. So that helps a lot. Will he get traded at the trade deadline? I strongly doubt it. If he gets traded, for me, it's going to be in the summer, a bit before the draft or on draft day. I don't think that he's going to be a part of the future of the Montreal Canadiens, but I don't think he's going to get traded at the trade deadline either. The only reason I can see him get traded at the deadline is if they get an offer that they can't say no to, a bit like they did with Lehkonen last year, or like they did with Toffoli. Toffoli was not supposed to get traded. They just got too good of a deal for him. That's what's worth more than his value for them. So I think it's a bit of the same situation for Josh Anderson, but I think that for them, Josh Anderson is worth a lot more than Lehkonen and Toffoli were last year. So that's one of the reasons why I don't think that Henderson is going to get traded at the trade deadline. Other than that, Suzuki gets another point. He's now at 5 points in his last 4 games. That's really, really good. Kirby Dach gets the points again. He's now at 11 in his last 9 games. I think he has 7 goals in the last 15 or something like that. So really, really good. He's still improving. He's still getting better and better. That play he made on the PK, on the Christian Dvorak goal, I think he dangled 3 player. He ran over in the corner, took the puck, dangled 3 guy, make a perfect pass to Christian Dvorak, who scored the goal. An amazing goal. Christian Dvorak is an underrated candidate for a trade, in my opinion. I think that we don't talk a lot about Christian Dvorak and the possibility of him getting traded. I mean, he's a center. He has an okay contract. He wins face-offs. He's good defensively. He can play on the power play. He's not having a bad season either. So Christian Dvorak, an underrated candidate for a trade for the Montreal Canadiens. Same thing for Mike Hoffman. I mean, I've been shit-talking Mike Hoffman the entire season, but like, Mike Hoffman right now is on pace for a 20-goal season. Mike Hoffman right now is on pace for a 40-point season. If he would have been healthy the entire year, if he would have played in all the games for the Montreal Canadiens, he would be on pace for a 20-plus goal season and a 45-point season. So he's been playing great. He got another point tonight. He now has 4 points in his last 2 games, which is really, really good. And yeah, he's been getting a lot better recently as well. So he could find a team that wants to acquire him. That still, and sure, is a possibility. I got told that the Canadiens, last year and this summer, there were some rumors talking about Vitaly Kravtsov. Jeff Gorton was the guy who drafted him in New York a couple of years back. Apparently, he wants to get him in Montreal. There are some rumors that the Canadiens have called for Vitaly Kravtsov. Apparently, the Rangers are interested in 2 players from the Canadiens. So you guys need to watch it. I wouldn't be surprised that Kravtsov ends up with the Canadiens for the rest of the season, or either Kravtsov or Puljujarvi. Those are 2 guys that the Canadiens are looking at right now, from what I've heard around the people in the Habs insiders community. So those are some words I've heard. I have no clue if there's some truth to it, but it would be logical because the Habs have called multiple times last year for Vitaly Kravtsov and this summer as well. So you'll need to watch that too. Jonathan Drouin got 2 points tonight, 2 assistants, played a really solid game in my opinion. Well, almost everybody played a solid game tonight. Even Dodonov, he made some mistakes, but he was noticeable. He played some solid shift on the offensive zone. Michael Matheson continues his streak. Matheson's been playing really, really amazing. I've been shit talking him before the break a bit, but like in the 2 games he played this weekend was amazing player. Armia played good as well. Everybody played good, but the guy that surprised me the most in the 2 games this weekend was Jonathan Kovacevic. He's been improving a lot. I mean, when they picked him up on waivers, we were like, oh, this is just a guy that's gonna come and play when there's some need. But like, he's been solid. He's been really, really solid, and he could stay with the Canadiens. Like, he's pretty young as well. He's been progressing well. He makes some good plays. He's a big guy, so I wouldn't be surprised at all if he stays with the Habs, or if he becomes a really valuable asset to the Montreal Canadiens organization. Jordan Harris scoring 2 goals. It was one of his best 2 games in his career yesterday and today. Though that pair of Kovacevic and Harris, amazing. Jordan Harris has been improving. He looks a lot more confident in the offensive zone, and that's really, really good for his future in the National Hockey League. Jackeye fought. That was a pretty unfortunate situation. Evander Kane, being the asshole that he is, decides to cross-check Jackeye 3 times in his back. Jackeye gets pissed off, fights with the Goliath version of David Goliath Desharnais, and then he looks like he dislocated his right shoulder, and is now injured. He was seen with the thing on his shoulder to kind of hold it, so I'm almost practically sure that it's a dislocated shoulder. Will it be long term? I mean, dislocated shoulders are sketchy. It happened to me when I was younger, at my early teenage years, when I was like 13, 14. Dislocated it twice. They said that I might have needed like some treatment, some surgery or whatever if it continued to happen, a bit like Caulfield, but it never like dislocated again. So it's kind of sketchy. It might heal quick. It might take longer, and it might come back. It might never come back. Those shoulders type of injuries are kind of weird. So I just hope that it's just a one thing that's not gonna happen again. But certainly is worrisome for Jackeye to leave the game like that. I hope everything's going to be all right, because he's one of the most entertaining player to watch in the Habs since Caulfield, Slavkovsky, and all of those guys got injured. And I hope he's going to come back fast, but I hope they're going to take care of the injury in the right way. So yeah, now why did I say it was an unfortunate situation? Is because at first it was power play Montreal. Evander Kane was going to the bench, but they decided to kind of answer to what he did. And then the Habs ended up being on a PK because Anderson got the penalty, Jackeye got the penalty, they all got penalties. Habs ended up on the PK. Jackeye left the game, never came back. The Oilers got like a 5-on-3 right after, scored 2 goals. It could have turned out really, really, really bad, and the Canadiens could have just like let Evander Kane do his shit, go to the bench, and score another goal. I think sometimes that when you don't answer to those types of moves, it's kind of the best move to do. Like, sometimes you don't need to answer to those players that are trying to get into your head, and when you answer, that's what they want. And it created a bit of a flash for the Edmonton Oilers, and it could have turned out bad, but Raphaël Harvey-Pinard scored a goal right after, and it brought the Canadiens back to the game. So yeah, really, really interesting game to watch. All the players played a good game. Even Jake Allen was really, really solid. One of the best games from Jake Allen this season overall. He was consistent from the start to finish. And yeah, the little all-star break for the team helped them a lot. They look a lot more confident, a lot more calm mentally, and it's really, really interesting to watch. So yeah, that's pretty much it for me today. I've said everything that I had to say about this game. Might have forgotten about a couple of things, but overall, that's what I remember for this game. So yeah, let me know what you guys all think about this in the comments below. It's been your boy Tropical Habs. Have a nice rest of your day. Enjoy the Super Bowl tonight. My prediction for the Super Bowl: I'm not a big NFL fan. I'm probably not even gonna watch a game. I just watch some statistics sometimes on my phone, and everybody's going to for the Eagles because they all say, oh, the Eagles, they dominated the 2 games they played in the playoffs. It's going to be an easy win, but when you look at the schedule, the Eagles kind of got it easy in the playoffs, and I think that the Chiefs are just at a whole nother level. So I'm gonna say the Chiefs by at least 14. I think it's going to be a pure domination for the Chiefs. Might be wrong. Not a biggest fan of the football, but when I look at statistics, that's what I see. So yeah, let me know what you guys all think. Give me your predictions of the Super Bowl in the comments below. And yeah, it's been your boy Tropical Habs. Have a nice rest of your day. Enjoy that time with your family, and bye bye.